Hello, 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 guys. Hello. So, guys, if my voice is audible now, hello. So, guys, is my voice audible now? Okay, so it's fine now. Okay. So, let me again start the session for you. I think there is some little bit of technical glitch here. Okay, so that's the reason here. Chaliye. So, yes, and now I can see every one of you saying yes, and I am audible to all of you. Okay, guys, so let's start the session for the day. So if I talk about today's session, this is the second session for our year, that's for the year 2024, where we are going to discuss the current affairs that is from 2nd to 4th of January 2024. The topic, if I talk about here, guys, it will be Smart 2.0, which is some recent initiative that has been unveiled regarding the Ayurveda sector that we are going to discuss in today's session. So let's quickly jump towards the topic for the day. The topics is that is Green Cover Index, Urban Scare and Smart 2.0. These are three topics which are relevant for the phase 1 and phase 2 of the initiative of your examination, specifically with respect to RBI and NABARD examination. Then, guys, the news which are relevant only for the phase 1 consist of World Grade Day, Nadio Calvino, and Desert Cyclone. So, we'll be discussing all these important things which are seen in news. So, let's quickly jump towards the first news for the day that is relevant for both phase 1 and phase 2, that is the Green Cover Index. Now, what is this Green Cover Index all about? So, recently, an agreement has been signed by the National Highway Authority of India along with the National Remote Sensing Center, that is the NRSC. हुआ क्या इस एग्रीमेंट के अंदर एक इनिशिएटिव स्टार्ट किया जिसका नाम है ग्रीन कवर इंडेक्स. सो ग्रीन कवर इज बेसिकली अबाउट द रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी सेक्टर दैट इज वेयर इट विल बी implemented for the national highways of India. That is the green cover along the highways will be done here. Now, the agreement, important is that has been signed for 3 years. But what this green cover index is all about is basically focusing on the green highways policy of the government of India, which was started in the year 2015. Under this policy, the main objective क्या था कि हमें green cover जो है उसको better करना है. For that, the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways has now started this initiative of Green Cover Index, where a proper comprehensive framework will be created for the estimation, monitoring of the green covers along the national highways which are there in India. ओके, तो दिस इज द बेसिक थिंग. अब आपको देख के लग रहा होगा कि यार ये तो बहुत सिंपल सी न्यूज है सर, ये तो जीए की न्यूज ही है, तो आप इसको ये से ही क्यों बोल रहे हो? Because of the thing that is by the name of Green Highways Policy 2015. That is very important because that needs to be read from the perspective of the examination. Now, green highways means that is green covering along the highways. That is the main objective of green highways, because we always discuss the terms. We always used to hear terms like digital highways, green highways, or if I talk about the terms like now the modern terms are, you can talk about hybrid highways. So hybrid highways कुछ नहीं है, basically green cover है जहां पे आपके trees plantation होंगी साथ में. The digital highways are basically highways related to optical fiber connectivity. Okay, now the green cover highways, what it will do, because it is playing a prominent role for making India net zero carbon emitter, that is by the year 2070, because it will help in reduce air pollution, reduction of dust, and it will also promote sustainable development with a focus on the employment generation sector here. Now, what this policy was talking about, it says that 1% of the total project cost of all the highways will be used for plantation and maintenance of the trees along these highways, which would be amounting to about rupees 1000 crores annually. Remember this point, guys, that it's not that 1% of 1000, 1% of total project cost, and this 1% would be amounting to about rupees 1000 crores annually. Then, right, it is said that it is expected that approximately 5 lakh rural people or 5 lakh rural individuals would be garnering employment through this specific initiative, because obviously planting of trees and maintenance will garner an employment for that. And here the involvement will be including farmers, private sectors, governments, NGOs, eco-friendly organizations. All these things, all these organizations will be brought together so that a proper green highway could be settled up in India. So this was about your first news. Green cover kisko dena hai to the highways of India, which is an initiative which is in line with the green highway policy of the government of 2015. The main thing to be remembered is that 1% of the total project cost will be earmarked for the plantation as well as for the maintenance of the trees around the national highways. Then that amount could be expected is around 1000 crores that would be annually that would be spent here, and then it is expected to generate an employment of 5 lakh individuals. So that is your first news for the day, guys. Now let's move towards the second news for the day, that is Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs has launched an initiative by the name of Urban Scare. अब ये Urban Scare कुछ नहीं है, अमृत भारत initiative के under a new initiative has been launched by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, that is Mr. Hardeep Singh Puri, who is our minister for the housing and urban affairs. Simple funda to foster urban empowerment and celebrate the creativity of the urban artisans, urban migrants, or the urban entrepreneurs around in the country. Now, what it will do? It will basically help them to showcase their talent, to showcase what are the things that they are going to present, or that is the creativity जो उनके बीच में है, ताकि वो क्या होगा, marginalized urban communities would be enhanced, उनके ऊपर focus किया जाएगा. Then integration will be done with street vendors and urban self-help group members, because obviously when they are presenting something, their integration will be done across the India here. And then public scale will always be recreated here, so that the display of the things the entrepreneurs what they are trying to do, that could be shown here. That is the main thing. But it is in line with the two important initiatives of the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, that is NULM, and the second one is PM Swanidhi. अब हम डिस्कस करते हैं इन दोनों स्कीम्स के ऊपर. इट्स अ टाइम ऑफ स्टोरी टाइम, बिकॉज I can hear many of the students who are being consistently coming to my lectures. They always say story नहीं आ रही काफी टाइम से स्कीम की. तो जी आज डिस्कस करते हैं. So let's talk about National Urban Livelihood Mission. See the word urban livelihood mission. So when you're talking to an urban individual and you're talking about his employment, so he has some certain concerns in his mind. First of all, the common concern for the people is there are many people who are urban poor. They are residing here, but they are poor. Then they need homes. They need employment. They are basically performing street. जैसे आप बोलते रेडी लगा रहे हैं, स्ट्रीट वेंडर्स बहुत हैं, तो उनको हेल्प करनी पड़ेगी ताकि एक टाइम से उनको एक प्रॉपर लाइवलीहुड दे सके. अब अगर आपको उनको लाइवलीहुड देना है तो आपने किसके पास जाना पड़ेगा? So all these people go to the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs and they said, sir, we need something. Again, the minister said, what's your doubt? So they said, we have certain things. First of all, poverty is your doubt. So we would be launching this scheme with the objective. क्या करेंगे हम? सबसे पहले आपकी poverty और जो vulnerability है उनको reduce करेंगे. किस तरह करेंगे? हम आपको skilled wage employment opportunities provide करेंगे. Okay, that is the first concern. Poverty, that is skilled wage employment will be provided. Second was homeless was the one concern. We will provide them shelters equipped with essential services. It will not be like 2 BHK or 3 BHK flat. It will be like some basic home services will be provided here. And then for the street vendors, we will also be helping them. We will addressing their concerns and we will be helping them by providing them accessible things like credit, social security, the skill upliftment, so that they could enhance their work. That is the thing that has been promised. Now comes the state. Now comes the second thing. Who will be financing this thing? पैसा कौन देगा? तो पैसे के लिए सिंपल फंडा आया जी. सेंटर एंड स्टेट वाज क्लियर ऑन दैट थिंग. जिस तरह हम कॉमनली काम करते हैं वैसे ही अभी भी करेंगे. हिमालयन स्टेट्स and for your northeastern state it will be 90:10. For UTs it will be 100% that the central government will be giving the money. And third is for the normal states it's 60:40. That is a general जो generally discuss हुआ वही ऐसे हम पैसा दे देंगे. बिल्कुल ठीक है जी. अब who now the people are saying that sir, you have told that you will be reducing poverty, you will be reducing the vulnerability, you will be providing the skills, but who are you targeting? So the minister was clear on that thing. He said, I am here for the urban development people. So my concern will also be related to the urban poor. So that is urban poor and urban homeless people, they will be included here. And how they will be included? Now the minister said all district towns of the country or any other city of a country who has a population of more than 1 lakh as per the census 2011 we will be providing them the livelihood sectors. तो हम वहां पे livelihood की पूरी opportunities create कर देंगे. That is the second point to be remembered. Population of 1 lakh or more as per the 2011 census. Now the states were having one concern that it's really nice that you have set up a target, but if we are having a state jahan pe we do not have a population of 1 lakh, but still that district or that city still requires this guidance of urban livelihood mission. So minister said, or the central government said, okay, we are giving you a power also, which means states or UTs are then also allowed that they could also implement all or any of the components of the mission in any other statutory town based on the local capacity and requirement. So states have also given the opportunity that they can also implement the scheme as per their need. Now, this is how the scheme was implemented. But the first thing is skill would be provided. So, skill providing, it said that a proper skill training and placements will be done here, for which the government is spending some money. Government funding कैसे spend कर रही है? That is training of urban poor in normal areas, that is in other states or in UTs. For that 15,000 per person is being given, will be allowed, so that they could train themselves. Then for northeastern region of the Jammu and Kashmir, the amount was enhanced to 18,000, because we want to connect the northeastern people with us also. That was the first part, ट्रेनिंग के लिए पैसा देना. अब ये ट्रेनिंग करेंगे क्या, ट्रेनिंग से क्या फायदा होगा? तो पहला फायदा क्या होगा, गवर्नमेंट मिनिस्टर ने बोला हमारा टारगेट होगा, बिकॉज वी डू नॉट वांट टू ट्रेन ओनली मेन, वी वांट टू ट्रेन वुमेन आल्सो, इन विच द फर्स्ट स्टेप इज वी शुड वांट दैट एटलीस्ट वन वुमेन from urban poor household should be brought under the self-help group network. So remember this thing, guys. This is the difference between the National Urban Livelihood Mission and the National Rural Livelihood Mission, because there in NRLM it is compulsory that one woman per should be a member of self-help group. It is not compulsory. It says at least it should be tried that one woman should be a member here. Then, because a livelihood has to be created here, so we want a proper city livelihood centers that should be established in the mission cities here. Now, for setting up the livelihood centers, we will also be setting up the building community institutions where the self-help groups or the federations can spend maximum of rupees 10,000, that is will be given per self-help group for their formation, and they will be given the hand holding or training up to 2 years. तो हैंड होल्डिंग हम देंगे उनको बिल्डिंग कम्युनिटी बिल्ड करने के लिए, दैट इज फॉर 2 years, फॉर विच रुपीज मैक्सिमम 10,000 रुपीज विल बी गिवन टू द सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप. रिमेंबर इट इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम द स्किल ट्रेनिंग पार्ट. Okay, so I hope you are getting the points clear here. Now comes the third important point, that is interest. Because agar aapne loan dena hai, now what is the benefit when you are granting a loan is you always want interest subvention. So interest subsidy will be given to an individual, that is to micro enterprises with a loan limit up to 2 lakh, that is for individual. And if you are a group or you are wanting to take a loan in the form of group, then up to 10 lakh you will be getting an interest subsidy that the government will be deciding here. Now, for that purpose, the government in 2018 formed a specific portal, that is by the name of PASA portal, that is Portal for Affordable Credit and Interest Subvention Access under the National Urban Livelihood Mission, that was developed by Allahabad Bank in 2018, जिससे क्या होगा कि आपको जो loans हैं वो easily मिल जाएंगे. तो दिस इज हाउ द गवर्नमेंट हैज डन एवरीथिंग. मतलब आपको ट्रेनिंग भी दे दी, आपको प्रॉपर मोबिलाइज भी कर रहे हैं, आपको इंटरेस्ट लोन तक की बात भी होगी. नाउ वाज द थर्ड थिंग व्हिच वी हैव डिस्कस इन द ऑब्जेक्टिव इज व्हाट अबाउट द अर्बन होमलेस पीपल. For that, the government said a permanent all-weather 24/7 shelters for urban homeless people will be created where they could stay any point of time. Okay जी, clear. देन कम्स वाज सपोर्ट टू अर्बन स्टेट वेंडर्स. तो इसी को और एनहांस करने के लिए गवर्नमेंट ने क्या लॉन्च किया, गवर्नमेंट ने लॉन्च की द स्कीम दैट वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस नाउ, दैट इज द पीएम स्वानिधि स्कीम, स्ट्रीट वेंडर्स आत्मनिर्भर निधि स्कीम, दैट वाज लॉन्च्ड इन द ईयर 2020. यू कैन सी आफ्टर 7 years of NULM we have launched a special dedicated scheme for the Swanidhi sector. Now, street vendors, the most important thing is they are those kind of people who do not want big money. They are not these kind of people जिनको कि 2 करोड़ या 4 करोड़ का लोन चाहिए, उनको छोटा छोटा लोन चाहिए, 10,000 का, 15,000 का, 50,000 का, ताकि वो अपना काम चलाते रहें. तो these are the street vendors here. Now, for that purpose, the ministry again come with the thing, but the ministry decided that we want some agency also who will be monitoring these loans. बिकॉज इट्स नॉट वी कैन मैनेज, हम हर बैंक को नहीं दे सकते, हम एक बैंक चाहिए। तो फॉर दैट पर्पस दे कंटेक्टेड एन एजेंसी दैट इज सिडबी, छोटे लोगों के लिए छोटी हेल्प, स्मॉल इंडस्ट्रियल डेवलपमेंट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया केम एज एन इंप्लीमेंटिंग एजेंसी फॉर स्वनिधि स्कीम। The government was clear here. We would be giving you working capital loan. Remember, working capital loan. That is, you could create your assets, but if you are working, आप कुछ ना कुछ करो इसके ऊपर। कितना दिया? We will be giving you 10,000. Initially, it was a scheme where 10,000 was given for a period of 1 year. But later on, it was enhanced, that is 10,000. If you repay the 10,000 amount of rupees, then you are eligible to get a loan of rupees 20,000. If you have repaid the amount of 20,000, then you are eligible to get the loan of 50,000 here. इसको याद कैसे करना है? 10 plus 10 will 20, and 10 plus 20, add in 20, that is 20,000 plus 30,000 will be 50,000. This is how you could remember the first, second and third tranche. That was the meaning here. Then the important thing is, because if you're giving them a loan, how will a people, I have just discussed, interest subsidy or interest subvention is most important thing. So they said that we will be providing you an interest subsidy at the rate of 7% per annum that will be directly transferred to the account of the individual. हमने बोला क्योंकि अगर आप घर स्ट्रीट वेंडर हो, या यू कैन नॉट टेक, ऐसा नहीं कि आपको मैं सब्सिडी दूंगा पैसा दे दूंगा, नहीं कर पाओगे, ये चीज प्रॉब्लम आ जाएगी। तो क्या किया गवर्नमेंट ने बोला मैं डायरेक्टली आपके अकाउंट में सब्सिडी दे दूंगा। ठीक है, स्ट्रीट वेंडर्स वर वेरी हैप्पी। बट नाउ द स्ट्रीट वेंडर्स आर सीइंग एवरीवेयर हियर एंड देयर, Google Pay, Paytm, digital transactions are promoting here. So they were also being rewarded. The government said we also wanted to reward the digital transactions if the money is being generated there. So for digital transaction, by the way of cashback, rupees 1,200 per year of rewards are being given to the street vendors here also. Okay. Now everything was going fine. Suddenly a street vendor asked, "Sir, NULM is being is an initiative where both center and state are playing a prominent role. Now here you also want us to go to state also, because states तो help नहीं करते, state तो हमें बोलते हैं कि आप street vendors आप हट जाओ यहाँ से, आपको हम रेडी नहीं लगाने देते, आप चले जाओ यहाँ से। Center said do not worry, it is our responsibility, we are helping. So it's 100% funded by center. That is a central sector scheme which is now going to enhance. It was enhanced, it is going to, and it will be running till December 2024 here. Okay. This is the point here. Now the street vendor says another question. The second question street vendor was asking is, says you have given us a loan for a defined period. Because we are a street vendor, somehow sometimes it is a time where we get enough money और हम अपना लोन उतारना ही चाहते हैं, हमारे पास पैसा आ गया, हम अपना लोन उतारना चाहते हैं। तो क्या हम पहले लोन उतार दें? बट पहले लोन उतारते हैं तो बैंक वाले क्या बोलते हैं कि यू विल बी चार्ज अ penalty for early repayment. Now here the government got this point. Government said okay, बहुत important point है, तो government ने बोला ठीक है, we will not be charging any penalty on early repayment of loan from the street vendors if they are paying this money. That is the important point under this initiative. And then cashback, I've already discussed, cashback 1,200 का reward दिया, but per digital transaction 1 rupee per digital transaction will be given up to a maximum of 100 transactions in a month here. Okay ji, so this is how the scheme was going very good. Now is an important initiative. 2021 the government thought that this is a very important initiative for the peoples of India, so we want to enhance this thing. हमने क्या किया, यहाँ पे बोला स्वनिधि से समृद्धि, where the government said that the beneficiaries families, who the people who are enrolling under the PM Swanidhi scheme, now they are eligible to get the benefits of the existing 8 welfare schemes of the government of India with respect to their socio-economic upliftment. That is the schemes like, for the health we have Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, for the general insurance we have the Suraksha Bima Yojana here. For accounts they want to open, because there will be many state vendors जिनका अकाउंट ही नहीं होगा, और वो बैंक में इतना बड़ा अकाउंट क्यों खुलवाएं जब गवर्नमेंट सेड हम आपको फैसिलिटी दे रही हैं, जन धन योजना, फॉर फूड वन नेशन वन राशन कार्ड, फॉर पेंशन प्रधानमंत्री श्रम योगी मानधन स्कीम. Okay, so this is the important thing. Janani Suraksha Yojana, Matru Vandana Yojana. So from all the aspects of the family of the people, like life insurance, health insurance, pension, your opening of an account, your delivery of your wives, so all the things were being helped by the government by providing the benefits of the existing 8 welfare schemes to the people, to the people of PM Swanidhi, the beneficiaries of PM Swanidhi. So I hope guys these two schemes are clear to you. Okay, Ji. So now let's jump to the third news for the day, that is the smart initiative that we have discussed कि आयुर्वेद अब smart होने वाला है, तो वो कैसे smart होगा? Recently, the Central Council for Research in Ayurvedic Sciences, that is CCRAS, along with the National Commission for Indian System of Medicine, have launched this initiative Smart 2.0. Purpose is simple. Here, we want to set up a proper clinical studies in Ayurveda where the collaboration along with the academic institutions and hospitals across the countries that they should come forward. तो इसी के लिए क्या है, गवर्नमेंट ने कुछ बोला, expression of interest has been called from the academicians that they should come forward and said कि क्या क्या चीजें हम यहाँ पे कर सकते हैं. फोकस कहाँ पे होगा? फोकस विल बी ऑन दी usage of Ayurvedas or usage of Ayurvedic medicines in terms of balkas, that is malnutrition, insufficient lactation, abnormal bleedings, or you can talk about osteoporosis. ठीक है, जिसको एक बोलते हैं post menopausal women भी बोला जाता है. This is the ऑस्टियोपोरोसिस को, ठीक है, और डायबिटीज. तो इन चीजों के लिए आपके हम रिसर्च जो है इनकी होंगे ताकि इनके ऊपर आयुर्वेदिक मेडिसिन कुड बी डन हियर. फोकस क्या होगा? दैट विल बी मोर थिंग इज फोकस विल बी ऑन द सेफ्टी ऑफ दिस मेडिसिन, टॉलरेबिलिटी एंड एडहेरेंस टू द आयुर्वेदिक फॉर्मुलेशंस दैट कुड बी डन ऑन दिस थिंग. Then the collaboration, as I've discussed with you, Ayurvedic academic institutions and hospitals, they would be collaborating here so that they could provide a proper adherence to all these Ayurvedic formulations here. Then institutions are now being said that they should always express their interest in participation. तो ये चीज यहाँ पे हुई है. और इससे पहले जो स्मार्ट 1.0 था उसमें हम लोगों ने 10 डिजीज को कवर किया था. That was the main thing that was seen in news. Obviously guys, it's an initiative that has just begun. Slowly and slowly we will see many more news to be coming on this initiative also in the further part. Okay, तो हो सकता है काफी टाइम बाद गवर्नमेंट इसमें और अपडेट भी दे जाएगा. चलिए जी, ये होगी न्यूज विच आर रेलेवेंट फॉर बोथ फेज 1 and phase 2. I hope you have understood the schemes also. Now let's talk about the three very important news from the perspective of phase 1. First one is World Braille Day. So World Braille Day is celebrated today, that's on 4th of January, to mark the birth anniversary of the person who has been the inventor of the Braille script, that is Mr. Louis Braille. He was born in 1809 in France and he's the inventor of Braille script. Because this is what that can be asked is, अगर बहुत ही अटपटा सवाल पूछना है किसी एग्जाम बंदर ने, तो दे कैन आस्क यू दिस क्वेश्चन कि लुइस ब्रेल बॉर्न कहाँ पे हुए थे. वैसे तो मुझे लगता नहीं पूछना चाहिए, बट डू नॉट नो यार. अगर वो ये पूछ लेते हैं कि कुछ भी मतलब इंडियन ओशन टाइप भी पूछ ले तो शायद ये भी पूछ लें. सिंपल थिंग टू रिमेंबर इज थीम. थीम इज इंपॉर्टेंट, दैट इज empowering through inclusion and diversity is the theme for the World Braille Day. Now, from the day, let's move towards the appointment, that is Nadia Calvino. Nadia Calvino has become the first woman and the first Spaniard to lead the European Investment Bank. If I talk about her, she has chaired the International Monetary Fund's Financial Committee, okay, from the year 2022 to 2023. She has been a winner of many prominent awards like US Foreign Policy Association Medal Award, Women and Technology Award, and the Masters of Digital Award. So she has received this laurels also. If I talk about her, so she has succeeded Mr. Werner Hoyer, who was presiding the bank since 2012, that is यूरोपियन इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक. और इस साल यूरोपियन इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक पे ही क्वेश्चन आया है आपके आरबीआई एग्जामिनेशन में, दैट इज व्हेन दिस बैंक वाज एस्टैब्लिश्ड. सो यूरोपियन इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक वाज एस्टैब्लिश्ड इन 1958. एंड व्हाई दिस बैंक इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट? बिकॉज इट इज बीइंग टर्म्ड एज द लेंडिंग आर्म ऑफ द यूरोपियन यूनियन. एंड वी नो यूरोपियन यूनियन हैज 9, हमारे पास कितने अब यूरोपियन यूनियन पे 20, अब 20 घंटे से अब यहाँ पे और भी बढ़ चुकी हैं. तो ठीक है, यूरोपियन यूनियन इज द इट्स द बिगेस्ट मल्टीलेटरल फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन फॉर द यूरोपियन यूनियन. ओके, नाउ if I talk about the thing here, who is the owner or who is basically controlling this bank? So it is controlled by the European Union's member states. So all the European Union members are also the part of the European Investment Bank also. Clear about this point, guys? So that is about Miss Nadia Calvino. That's about, and here is a picture also that I've shared with you. Now, talking about the final news for the day, guys. So Desert Cyclone, the exercise, that is the maiden exercise between India and UAE, Desert Cyclone has taken place. So that is why this news is very important, because it has taken place for the first time and the exercise has concluded in Rajasthan. Now, guys, a very important thing in this whole news was that the exercise will be working on the fighting build-up areas, the desert, semi-desert terrain. But the most important thing was that it will be focusing on the chapter 7 of the United Nations Charter on Peacekeeping Operations. And this is where now the examiners are really hitting us hard. वो आपसे पूछेंगे चैप्टर 7 ऑफ द यूनाइटेड नेशंस चार्टर ऑन पीस कीपिंग ऑपरेशंस के ये क्या होता है, एंड ऑल ऑफ अस विल बी लाइक कि ये क्या पूछा, ये था ही कहां पे न्यूज में. This is how they are asking us a question here. Now, what this Chapter 7 of United Nations Charter is all about, if I talk about this charter, it is basically talking about the action that is with respect to the threats which are linked to the pieces, ठीक है, या फिर ब्रीच ऑफ द पीस एग्रीमेंट या फिर एक्ट ऑफ एग्रीगेशन हैं, उनको कैसे कंट्रोल करना है, that is chapter 7 talks about. And it is a critical part of the United Nations Security Council's power because it basically depicts the UNS's power to maintain peace and security among the countries. That is the main objective of chapter 7 here. So I hope guys you have understood all the news. Now it's the time for practicing of the multiple choice questions here. Let's practice the first question. The first question is about the Green Highway Policy for 2015 and tell me which of the following statements are given here are correct. The policy aims to enhance green cover along the highways and promote sustainable development. It's absolutely right. A total of 5%, no, it's 1% of the highway project cost is dedicated to plantation and maintenance. Policy is expected to generate employment for approximately 5 lakh rural individuals. Absolutely right. It's rural, absolutely right. Stakeholders involved in the policy include farmers, private sectors, and the government institutions. Absolutely right. Continuous monitoring and annual performance audits are conducted from non-government organizations. No guys, it will be not non-government organizations, non-government, government organizations, all will be the part here. So answer here becomes option number A. 1, 3 and 4 will be the right answer here. Okay, chaliye. Let's look at the second question, that is with regards to NULM. Consider the following statements about NULM and choose the correct statement here. The NULM was launched in 2013, absolutely right, to reduce poverty and vulnerability of the urban poor. Absolutely right, guys. The program is implemented in all cities with a population of 1 lakh or more as per 2011 census. तो ये भी सही है. Interest subvention on bank loan is provided to beneficiaries through the पैसा portal developed by RBI. No, guys, it was developed by Allahabad Bank and not in 2015. It was set up in 2018. तो यहाँ पे आंसर बन जाएगा हमारा ऑप्शन नंबर बी. 1 and 2 only will be the answer here. Okay, so it's written wrong here, so option number B हो जाएगा 1 and 2. ठीक है, and I will make the correction there. चलिए जी, थर्ड आता है स्मार्ट 2.0 के ऊपर. सो विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स आर करेक्ट विद रिगार्ड्स टू द स्मार्ट 2.0? द प्रोग्राम एम्स टू प्रमोट रॉबस्ट क्लिनिकल स्टडीज इन होम्योपैथी. नो, इट्स नॉट ऑन होम्योपैथी, आयुर्वेदिक स्टडीज की बात करता है. स्मार्ट 2.0 फोकसेस ऑन रिसर्च एरिया सच एज माल न्यूट्रिशन, insufficient lactation and diabetes with CCRS as the implementing agency. Absolutely right. The initiative does not prioritize. No, it prioritizes basically. Smart 1.0 covers 20. No, it covers 10 diseases, and there is no provision for the institutions to express interest. No, it is a provision given here that they should express the interest also. So answer here will be option number B will be the answer here. I hope guys now all of you are getting the right answer here. Okay, I'm getting this thing because why I'm getting the answer मैं quickly क्यों कर रहा हूँ, because आप सबने पढ़ लिया है, तो आप इसके बाद if you are not getting the answer, point is after the video you will be getting the PDF on the Telegram channel. Download the PDF and again solve the questions. Okay जी, चलिए. Now let's talk about the next question, that's about Nadia Calvino. So which among the following statements are correct with respect to Nadia Calvino that is seen in news in not December, it will be, sorry for this thing, Jan 2024. Okay, so she's the second woman. No, she's the first woman. So that is the statement. यहीं पे गलत हो गया. She is the first woman and first pioneer to lead the institution. She succeeded Werner Hoyer, who has been the president of bank since 2018. No, he was the bank of president since 2012. She has chaired the IMF's financial committee of the International Monetary Fund from 2022 to 2023. So that is absolutely right. So my answer here will be option number C will be the right answer here. Okay, chaliye. So guys, here are the two homework questions in front of you, that is here. Okay, so the first question is regarding PM Swanidhi scheme. So you have to tell me which of the following statements are correct about the PM Swanidhi here. Okay ji, so tell me the answer here in the comment box. And the second question is regarding the desert cyclone exercise that has recently been concluded, and from here my question is basically focusing on chapter 7 of the United Nations Charter. So tell me which statement will be given here will be correct. Okay, now guys, it's a time because you have started your new year journey with a homework question. So let me tell you the answer for the previous question here. So the answer was The concluded 16th Finance Commission will be focusing on which of the following years. First statement is absolutely right because it will determine the principles of grant in aid of the state revenues from the Consolidated Fund of India. That's absolutely right. It will suggest measures to augment the consolidated fund to support panchayats. Not its blocks here is wrong. It's panchayats and municipalities. So that's why here second is wrong. Third is it will review financial arrangement for disaster management initiative under the Disaster Management Act, not of 2007 because Disaster Management Act is 2005. So here my answer will be option number C. That is only one is the right answer here. So those of you who have given the answer option number C only one. So that's a very I congratulate all of them. बिल्कुल सही आंसर दिया बट जिन्होंने नहीं दिया again guys look at the nitty gritties that where you have got this answer wrong and analyze the mistakes that have happened here. Okay, so this was all about today's session guys. So I hope you have enjoyed the session. If you have really enjoyed the session, so do subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you could get the latest updates about the upcoming sessions that we are conducting with regards to your different examination. Then for the PDF guys, subscribe to our Telegram channel, the link for which is given in the description below. तो उसको भी एक बार देखो बिकॉज मैंने बार बार आपको बोला है एक वर्ड CPR. मैंने CPR consistency, practice and revision. So guys, consistently if you are watching the videos, you are following, you are getting the PDFs from the Telegram channel, you are practicing the question again and again, and then you are revising the mistakes that you are committing here, then I can say there is no thing here who will stop you from becoming the RBI Grade B manager or NABARD Grade A officer, the thing for which you guys are training. Okay, Ji. So now, guys, it's a time that if you have any kind of doubt, you could ask me your doubt here. Otherwise, कोई doubt नहीं यहाँ पे resolve हो रहा, then also do not get disheartened. You could ask me the questions in the upcoming session, next sessions, or you could drop me an email at hello@edutap.co.in or can have a call with me on the number 81462 07241. So now, guys, anyone, any query? So I will be here just for a minute. Sorry. Sorry for that. So I am here for a minute, guys. कोई query है तो आप मुझसे पूछ सकते हो. So anyone, any query, guys? Anyone? Okay, so I can see that there is no query in the chat box here. So guys, again, I would thanks all of you for your participation in the session here, and I wish you all the best for the future that you are dreaming of, and we'll see you in the next session. So till then, again, watch the video, TKG, practice the questions, and revise the mistakes. That's the only thing I want to tell you. So bye bye.